Good morning, Tamers. Welcome to something slightly different for me today. So, we entered the European TO tournament this past weekend gone, and I took the little known deck that is the D Brigade. Put about 30 hours into this deck. It was consistently pretty good. It was going really well against yellow. The biggest issue I have here is I have like one person who likes to play yellow, but they were playing like meta yellow, so it's actually pretty good to trial against. But then the other person I play with is kind of more of a budget player, so it's a bit more awkward to sort of gauge like how good a deck is against them, because they're not throwing like the kitchen sink at you, they're basically throwing plates at you, so it's hard to gauge. We did shuffle up some of the decks this week, so you'll see that we had some big deck changes this week, trying to make things more competitively meta as opposed to what we've been running, which is more just for fun. So they are going to be more accessible for deck testing. But to cut the story short, whoa, I got my ass kicked. Yeah, I went 0-3. I was like, you know what, it's a nice Saturday. I'm going to drop. I'm going to go spend some time with the little. I'm going to go down the park and feed some duckies. We had fun, and then the heavens opened and it got wet. So, definitely felt like that for that day. But no, I absolutely got kicked in the nuts. Couldn't do anything about it. First game, it was against Nidhogg Rush. So, again, basically anti-rookie rush. And that is kind of how D Brigade kind of works right now. It's you want to flood the board with your rookies. You want to get them effects going off, so you want to get the rare going. You want to get the tank drum on the field. You want to get as many as your D brigades as you can into your trash, and then you want to smash down a big dark drum on just to sort of like rush in and like take a security in the game, depending on how it's going. And the deck works pretty well. Like literally 30 hours of deck testing. I won. I want to say 70% of my games that I played. And I thought, yeah, okay, this is working, this is doing pretty well. Looking back at it, probably should have gone with my red turbo security deck, because that's pretty damn good. If you can first turn that, generally by third turn the person's up fuming and doesn't want to play anymore. Second person I played against was also turbo green Nidhoggmon, because apparently Belgium just playing turbo green Nidhogg. So that's just, it was just real pain in the ass for me, so I basically went against my actual full-on counter matches. And yeah, just wasn't getting through, couldn't get anything on the field, that wasn't even getting instantly pierced and destroyed, or wasn't just getting sent back to me deck, so it wasn't doing very well. And the third game was against somebody who had a webcam that was from 1997, it was goddamn awful. It was glitching, I could barely see it was on the field, it was like 144p, their internet was literally like dial-up from 1997 as well. It was freaking awful, I hated it, but you know, you try to be like gracious. Next, if I have to go against a guy again, I'm just thinking, well, I shouldn't say I can't play against this guy. I've played against him before. His camera's awful. Like it's everything stuttering, and I don't know what's going on. I can't see what his hands are doing. But no, I'm not playing like that anymore. There's literally one terms and conditions in this whole game, and that is that you have a camera that is 720p. This is a 142 4K camera, which is what actually looks alright now while recording, but not so great during matches. Although I did ask if anyone to sell his studs, they said no, it was really good. So I'm happy for that. But with everything else, no, it was pretty bad, like, turnout for me. I think I got, like, just super heavy counting, so I couldn't do anything. I think if I went against yellow, if I went against red or blue, or another black or purple, I think I'd have had a better time. But no, it was pretty bad. From what I could see, though, like, I think the tournament winner was, like, Imperial Blue, and that's not the first tournament that person's won. They've won a few even Imperial Blue. But jamming is pretty strong. But it's always like really funny, because obviously you'll see like, oh, who do you have to go against? Oh, I went against like this guy was playing like Black Rookie Rush, which is technically what D Brigade is. And I trashed him. It's like, yeah, you're playing a deck like literally hard counters me, so yeah, explain why I couldn't win. I think I'll have someone who went like, oh, what do you have to go against? Oh, well, I have to go against like 4 color control. Then I had to go against like Turbo War Greymon, and I had to go against this, I had to go against that, and you sort of understand like, yeah, some people will win, and they have to really win. And there's some people who just get given games because they instantly go like, well, I played this one card and it just counts your whole deck, so you're going to play. Or, as it was happening quite a lot in Europe, because people were dropping through the night, so you'd come in the morning, instead of having like 140 something people to play against, you'd have, I think it was like 112 something by the time, like you dropped out. I think there was like 140 something European competitors, and then 30 or so dropped out overnight, and then people would drop during the matches as well, and people were getting buys. I think one person had like 3 buys, so they had like, they won 3 games before they actually played a game, so that's a pain in the ass when you have to go like that. So yeah, so what I'm going to take away from this tournament is, one, like, Rogue is Rogue. Like, it's either going to do super well or it's going to get smashed into the ground, and I don't want to play Rogue again just because how badly I got like kicked in the ass. I think most of my games were under like 4 turns, just because they essentially went like turn 3, I got Nidhogg on the field, and then just threw themselves into me because they were just doing like Argomon, then just throwing like loads of rookies on the field. They were getting like a ridiculous amount of memory because they have the baby Argomons, because obviously every time you untap you gain memory. So like, and both games I played, they had a Mimi in their hand every single first turn, which is really strange. I was like, oh, do you have multiple Mimis? No, we just played the one. So it's like, what's the chances of you just pulling Mimi for like 2 games and then 2 games in a row? So it was just strange. Number 2, what I take away from this is, like, no matter how much you deck test, if you aren't playing against like other actual people who can play the game, or decks that are currently running the meta, it's basically no point. Literally 30 hours of deck testing for that deck, and it was doing super well. But then I fought against green. First green I fought against, couldn't do anything against it. Second green couldn't do anything against it. So definitely going to be looking at not playing rookie Debrayed again. At least this set. Next set we get another Commandramon. So that's 16 Commandramons you can have in the deck. But yeah, they need a lot more support. Black as a colour is really weird. I'd like to see black get a bit better, but it's not doing great. For the colour that should be Destruction, it doesn't have any Destruction cards. It just has Digivolve, which in itself is now a really useful skill because of how Digiburst works. So I think they need to look at how like how Digivolution works in terms of Digiburst mechanic, because basically you've just gone, well, your whole thing about being black is Digivolving, but if I'm now a Mega that has just Digiburst all its support cards away, so I'm now stuck in Mega form and I can't Digivolve. Sucks to be you. So yeah, they need to maybe turn that into deletion. If it's not a rookie, when you Digivolve, you can delete it. I know, looking back in good times, it's pretty good if you can get it down to a champion stage or a rookie stage and just deletes it, but it's not always the option. Didn't have any fun. It was the most boring ass 3 hours of my life, and I couldn't wait to drop once I lost the 3rd game because I just didn't want to be there anymore. Started at like, what was it? Little and woke me up at like 6. Didn't sleep very well the night before because I went to bed late because I was deck testing still. So I had like 5 hours of sleep. Got up, got ready. Had to wait for the Oceano games to finish. They didn't finish till late, so I think we started like 10 past 8. Went from 10 past 8 then till, what was it? Till like 10 past 9. I think my first game finished at like 20 to 10, and that's probably my best match, was the fact that it lasted like half an hour. So I got like 2 actual games out of that one. Next one, yeah, I just got slapped around too quickly. I couldn't do anything with either of those games. I think that was finished by like half 9, or yeah, about half 9, 25 past 9. So I'm sitting around for like 40 minutes not doing anything. And then my third opponent, guy with like glitchy camera, I misplayed because I was too busy trying to watch what he was doing, so I miscalculated my own board presence. So I lost that game, or otherwise I actually would have won a game, which is a really annoying thing. And then the second game, he just like turboed out War Greymon and then just obliterated me. I think I had just champions in my hands, so I was constantly giving him 4 memory or 5 memory, and I just couldn't do things. There's no point blocking because he's destroying it and he's like turning again, and it's rather have a block on the field so I can get extra memory. I couldn't get an Izzy out, I couldn't get Ty out, so I had my Joe on the field. No, that was it. I had 2 Joes on the field, couldn't get a single blocker out, so I couldn't even gain memory from that. Didn't get an Izzy that game, didn't get either of the Izzies, didn't get the Ty, and then they pulled out, I think, Volderarm. I was like, okay. So all I need now is just pull out a, because I think I had enough to pull out a Darkdramon onto the field, and then I think I just needed to get like Millenniumon, just so I can get it on top of it, and then just Digiburst, delete its stuff away, and then I can go from there. And then like the first card he hits in the stack is Millenniumon. I'm just like, ah, fuck, like yeah. So I just had like no counter play. I couldn't do Infinity Cannon at the time because I think I used both my Infinity Cannons to destroy the War Greymons at the time. Like, because yeah, it's such a weird meta right now. Black just is so piss poor of a card like Archetype. Black War Greymon's really cool. So, but I think the thing you need to do with Black right now is play 4 Marcuses, play Black War Greymon, play Blitz Greymon, so you get a chance to Digivolve early, and you got Piercing. And then you think you need to run maybe some Delicate Plans and some Gaia Forces. So if you're probably going to run like 2 Delicate Plans, 2 Gaia Forces, 2 Delicates, 4 Gaia Marcuses, that's 10 cards there, and then you just got to try and figure out what's going to go in the rest of the deck, because it's really good to get options like that. When we get more support in the future, especially with X1, we get the red, that's also considered black Metal Greymon, that will be really good. But right now we have 2 Metal Greymons, one that's okay and one that's good. So that's simple. So yeah, I think that's my next black deck, will be like the weird black War Greymon deck. Other than that, though, it wasn't... I wish I actually enjoyed myself, because it seemed like it could have been a fun day, but when you're just getting smashed in the head, it's just not fun, because you're already bored. You're getting more and more salty. It's not salty, I'm frustrated. There's a difference. I think people need to learn the difference between... So, oh, you're being salty. No, I'm frustrated because I can't play the card game. Because I don't get to play the card game. It's not salty. I just want... I've come to play a game. This is kind of like why I gave up on Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like, I don't want to play a non-interactive game. I want to be able to do it like, you did a play, I did a play. You did a play, I did a play. No, I can't do anything. Oh, you've now got a full board. Okay. I still can't do anything. I've got one security left. Okay. And third turn, yeah, I still can't do anything. I'm dead. Okay, thanks for the quick massacre, because it's not fun. The weird thing is, even with the sealed only series, like, we've opened so much stuff that I could pretty much make any meta deck besides War Greymon right now. I also have like cards from the collection, so I can always do that. But I'm not really sure what I do next. I can make Imperial Blue, I can make Meta Green, I can make the weird Meta Purple decks, I can make Colour Control, I can make Shine Control, I can make Memory Control Yellow, I can do Turbo Red Security. That's probably my bread and butter right now. It's really good, but I do need to figure out if I can put Delicate Plans in just to make it a little bit less likely to hit like a card on the stack and be murdered by it. Obviously now the issue you have is you've got like Chaos Mons that are super easy to get, like in green, black and yellow. They're 14k, so you do have to kind of hope that you're going to run like 15k damage on your War Greymon, so you're having to go the extra damage on your baby, the 2k from your Promo Agumon, and then you can do your Greymon into Voltramon, into War Greymon, and then you are hitting for 5 security on turn 2 or turn 3. And yeah, not a lot of people like to see that. So if you can get lucky, get yourself a Delicate Plan, you can throw that down as well and say, hey look, memory cost 1. I've just got to run free now. Hopefully you don't kill me with something on the first. Oh, you've got a Omnimon. Oh crap. So yeah, I think black is just in like a really bad place right now. Next set they get options like defeat, which will make things a lot more interesting, because oh, it's on the security. Okay, now it's on the field. Oh, it's been deleted. Destroy I think, is it Digivolve or is it on deletion? Destroy a tamer. So yeah, you can really mess around with people's stuff, especially if you delete your own things. Besides that though, I'm looking forward to the July event. It's actually on my birthday, so it's either going to be a happy birthday to me, or it's going to be like a really grumpy day. To be honest, as much as I want to win the Omnimon, I'll just be happy if I can get like top 64, just so I can get the Agumon. More of a way to just say, okay, I can actually place. Just because like the last event, I think this is really the really annoying thing, because I obviously failed so many games, like I dropped, because I never won a game. I think I still got the same place as the people who didn't even play, and that's the most annoying thing, because obviously if you don't win any games, you don't get any points. So yeah, I basically placed last with all the people that didn't turn up. That's how you know it's a bad day. The fact that you had to waste your own time and you don't get any points. That's annoying. But yeah, it's my fault. I played a road deck that didn't do very well. Should have done better. And then next time we'll play something else. If you're wondering, the only reason I didn't run Chaos Mon in this deck is because I actually don't like Chaos Mon because of the interaction with Darkdramon. So for those who don't know, or for those who are going to complain about this in the comments, the reason why is Darkdramon has Rush, so it can attack the first turn. So when you play Chaos Mon on top of it, it unsuspends it because of its action, and then you unsuspend it to attack again. Now the issue with that is because Chaos Mon no longer has Rush, it can't attack, even though it specifically states that you unsuspend to attack again. So yeah, it's a weird card interaction. There's a lot of weird card interactions that shouldn't have the card interaction that they do, but they do have. It's why the Turbo OTK green deck is so weird, because it has the opposite effect. Because obviously you've had the card out for so long, but then it passes over the security attacks and has jamming from the promo Palmon, and then because you've also still have the jamming effect on top of your Chaos Mon, it still gets jamming again. It's very weird. There's some weird interactions. I think Yellow has the most weirdest interactions in the game, because a lot of those, when they have the triggers that trigger, it's like the whole like, oh, blinding light. Or blinding ray. Get rid of a security and then gain 2 memory. But if you have the security, you still gain 2 memory. So it's very strange. The other interaction is Neo Devimon's interaction. Because it casts, when Shine activates its tamers, it classes at instant speed. And people will say like, oh, that's fine. But because they all turned at the same time because of instant speed, it only triggers the 1 memory gain from Neo Devimon's inherited effect, which is so weird, because a lot of people are like, that's not how it should work. It should trigger everything. But no, apparently purple was not allowed to counter yellow. Yeah, I don't understand either. But that's this weird ranty video. I'm looking forward to July's event. I know it's my birthday, which is probably why I'm looking forward to it more. Good to have the old Omnimon down, maybe. Give me some support. And yeah, we're going to play something different. Black is going to bed. I think when we get set 5, I'll try again. We get the more Commandramons. They got blocking this time, so you got blockers, you got the rares that have the on-deletion effects, you've got the big boys, you've got the cheap costs. But yeah, they need something else. They need a Silversmon that has like jamming or something, or they need a Silversmon that has reboot or something else. Maybe piercing, so you can like maybe like pop at something's Digimon early. Make them like a one cost to Digivolve and just make them a beat stick, but they're a vanilla. Tankdramon could do maybe as a blocker, ultimate level. We do have Armormon still, so maybe that's what Ag Blocker could be for D Brigade in the ultimate slot. And then there's Canondramon. Get that out, have piercing, so like maybe once per turn, sacrifice to Commandramon. When you do, this card gains piercing, or this card gains like Security Attack +1. And obviously if you use the on-deletion effect one, you can then search, and if you've got a Tankdramon down, because you got rid of a D Brigade, you can then search for more Commandramons. So I can see that being possibly really good in the future, but that's something we need to see. I'm hoping we get some D Brigade support in X1, but I don't think we will. Although some of the EX1 cards look really good, so I look forward to that. But peace out, guys. It's going to be a little bit of an extra video for you guys this week. It's going to be a bit of a ranty, boring one. I don't think I'll be doing much editing today, so it's fresh and bold as it is. So I will see you guys on Sunday for the next video. Hopefully you'll enjoy yourselves, as the decks are going to get massively rebooted. So we'll see you guys there and then. Peace out. Have a good one.